Good morning, I'm Teresa Parent, and this is my stock market watch list for Tuesday, October 25th, 2022. Very quickly, guys, I want to apologize for not having a watch list out yesterday. I am human and I did oversleep. Unfortunately, I even missed market open and the IMPP earnings I was so excited for. But anyways, guys, I'm back at it today, so let's get started. Please remember, nothing I say is financial advice and always do your own DD. Okay, guys, Novavax has been trending and it was up 7.55% yesterday. It is pulling back in the after hours. However, I do expect this run to continue. Now, I will caution you that when it hits that 21, it has been pulling back. So I'm looking for that breakthrough it for confirmation of this continuation. Accor. Guys, Accor, as you know, ran up to, I believe it actually got over $1 in the after hours. I think it was last week or the week before. Well, guess what? It's getting eyes on it again. It's up 3.92% yesterday, and it's up an additional 4.87% in the after hours today, and I expect this one to continue moving to the upside. Mullen. All right, guys, this is up another 5 cents since I took the screenshot to 63 cents right now. As you know, it had an amazing day yesterday, up 31.64%. And guys, we're up an additional 30-something% in the after hours and pre-market. Pretty darn amazing. There is resistance at 70 cents, so I would be watching for that. Also, I'm seeing FUD restirring about an old prospectus with a 900 million share offering. Now, guys, that is not to say that Mullen will not be doing an offering because I wouldn't doubt it. They're going to need to be raising capital for all these acquisitions they're doing and to continue moving in the right direction. However, I don't think that that is a new filing that I'm seeing an article of this morning, but I caution you that there is a lot of retail involvement in this. So as soon as they see those words, could create fear and selling. But guys, you know, it has to be expected that they're going to dilute at some point, but just be mindful of that. And look at all their acquisitions. Their dilution hasn't necessarily been awful. Yeah, it stinks in the short term, but clearly they're using it to grow the company. So anyways, I just want you to be aware. Weber, have no clue what's going on with this. I'm guessing earnings coming up or earnings happened, but it is up 25% in the after hours and looks like the trend is going to continue. Guys, this one is also very heavily shorted, so should be on your radar. Neo. This had a massive sell-off yesterday with all of those Chinese stocks. In fact, I would keep a bunch of these names on your watch list because I think that you're going to see a rebound relief rally to some extent today. We'll see what happens at market open. Is this just wishful thinking in pre-market? Not sure, but 5 out of the 6 major drops in the Chinese stock market have resulted in rebound relief rallies the next day with even bigger gains than what fell down. So that being said, it's definitely worth being mindful, and you'll see that I have a little trend going on here with some of these Chinese stocks. Hellbiz is not one of them. Hellbiz is not a Chinese stock. But guys, if you didn't see my video on Hellbiz last night, I highly recommend you watch it. It is set up for a beautiful technical breakout, and I believe that we see that today, and similar moves like what you're seeing in Mullen. This is a solid company, guys, with the CEO continuing to buy millions and millions of shares for his own personal account because he believes in his business. And guys, if you look at the model and their expansions and everything else, I think you will as well. Please watch those videos, do some DD. I have several Hellbiz videos because I truly believe in this company long term. AVCT. All right, guys, this one has been beaten to death down yesterday. Like I said, it may come back and get that dip down to that 121. Luckily for us, it didn't hit quite that low. It hit 125 and started to pull back up. We closed down 1 or 2 cents yesterday. Nothing significant. And guys, I do believe that we see a move to the upside in AVCT today. It has gone back to that 141 range in pre-market. This was just taken before 7 a.m., which is why my screen is black. But I do believe that AVCT starts moving to the upside today. So keep that on your radar. KWeb. and I'm sorry it got cut off, but it's KWEB, and this is basically the Chinese internet ETF. And I believe, guys, that if the Chinese stocks move, this one will have a significant move to the upside. How? All right, guys, they have earnings this morning. If you listen to anything I say on Twitter, I've been screaming this name out since last week, and it has done nothing but go to the upside. If it follows SLB, then its earnings should be fantastic, and we should see a beautiful move to the upside. I am estimating somewhere around a 10% move up. We'll see what happens. But guys, definitely keep HAL on your radar. It's up even more in pre-market since I took this screenshot, and earnings should be coming out any minute. IMPP, guys, they had fantastic earnings. There is no reason why yesterday it didn't have a massive move up. You can see that big candle where it did move and then was pulled back down. I believe that even though oil's down today, IMPP is going to be making some pretty significant moves over the next couple weeks, because once institutions get their eyes on that report, guys, and really pay attention to it, there's a lot of money to be made in IMPP, in my personal opinion, long term. TSHA, no clue what's going on with this, guys, but it is gapped up in the pre-market, up 33.95% in the past week, and I believe that happened between last night and this morning. I'm not sure what's causing this, but definitely look for a pullback and an opportunity for the next move up. NVTA, guys, this has a common trend of coming down, hitting that $2, or even dropping to like 190s, and then having a nice rebound relief. If you can look, you're seeing the 3-month chart, the completion of a wedge here. They're going to be having earnings probably in the next couple weeks. I don't think the exact date's been announced yet, guys, but last earnings, the stock went up to like $9. I would highly recommend you start paying attention to NVTA, because I believe that they're going to have another amazing earnings and absolutely crush it. Kaba. All right, guys, this has been a favorite of mine. As you know, I called this out at 85 cents, and it's gone to over $2. It's had a pullback, and I am watching for its next move up. It did try to break out at end of day yesterday. It's pulled back in the pre-market, and I am watching to see a continuation and move back up above $2. CGC, and I'm going to say I picked CGC, but all of the cannabis stocks are moving to the upside today. So you have Tilray, you have Sundial, you have Aurora, ACB. So ACB, TLRY, CGC are just a few of the very popular ones. MJ, if you want to play the ETF. Guys, keep an eye out. I didn't read the news yet to see what's going on with that, but I know that there's been issues with legislation, and with the election coming, I expect to see some of these names pump. ILAG. All right, guys, this goes back to these Chinese names, and I do believe that ILAG has come down, filled the gap that it had. Now, as you can see, it's kind of forming a pendant here, and I do expect that ILAG is going to break out any day. Will it be today? I'm not 100% certain, but judging by this 1 week chart that we're looking at and the pendant that it's trying to make, I do believe that completes, so I do believe a breakout is very possible today. It did try to break out yesterday, and they pulled it back. Guys, keep this on your radar. It could make huge moves. TEL. All right, guys, this is another one that uranium, I think, is going to come back hot soon. And TELL is up 3.64% in the pre-market at time of taking this screenshot. And I've noticed a trend here where it pulls back to that 250, breaks out. It hasn't been able to get to 3 recently, but I do believe that's going to be coming soon. So I am watching TEL. Right now, I think is a great entry point for a potential move to the upside, either today or coming very, very soon, but keep it on your radar. COMS. All right, guys, this thing has been very, very volatile with quite big breakouts. Question in my mind, does it pull back and fill that gap that it had? It went from 5 to 6 cents, so it doesn't really look like a gap, but it does on the chart. Keep this on your radar, because I do think that something big is coming for comms, just the way I've seen it moving, and it's due for another rebound rally soon. So we'll see. PBR. All right, guys, I bring this up even though oil is down today, because PBR had a massive pullback yesterday and was down over 10% on the day, and 14 seems to be where PBR finds a great deal of buying zone. So I would keep it on your radar for that relief rally up. Again, oil is down today, so not quite sure what it's going to do, but this sold off because of Brazilian political issues way more than other Brazilian stocks. And guys, I don't think it deserved to take the beating it did. In fact, it was ready to have a 5-year breakout in the chart very soon. So I do think you're going to see this move to the upside, whether it's today or later in the week. I'm not sure, but keep it on your radar. Sorry, that's a repeat. HKD, sorry, HKD got cut off, guys, but I'm looking at HKD and all of those Miguel, Starbucks, not Starbucks, Starbucks, STBX, I believe is the ticker, MEGL, HKD, AMTD, all of those Chinese names, they tend to go in a trend. These were these recent IPOs. Guys, be careful holding this in your account long overnight with everything going on in China. I just don't trust these names long term, but I do think that HKD could have possibly a rebound back to the upside, guys, and it does tend to go from that 20 to 40 range as we've seen before, and this is that crazy stock that was trading as high as $2,500. Do I ever think it's getting there again? No, probably not, but I do think it's going to continue to have these small runs, and I do think it's getting close. According to a friend of mine who's been charting it, any day this week, it should be having that breakout, so keep it on your radar. Comms, oh God, sorry, repeated. GFAI. All right, guys, look at this pattern in the past week. I would just watch this. I don't know what brought this to my attention other than somebody asked me about it. So I looked at the chart and noticed this strange pattern. GFAI could have a breakout. This is one that tends to hit these low numbers. I don't know that it's hit this low. I think this is the lowest it's gone, but I do think that it goes from this, you know, usually it's around the 30-cent or 50-cent range where it starts running. So this is significantly lower than where it's been. Again, I don't know a lot about this stock, but I do think you're going to see a run in this back up towards $1 very soon based on this strange barcode type pattern we've seen the past week. Oh, and PBR is a repeat again. All right, guys. Well, you can clearly see which ones are on my mind today, but Hal has earnings. So that is my number one today, along with Mullen. And I do think that Mullen's going to try to hit that 70 cents. It, you know, is at 63 right now, and it's building a nice support there. So keeping an eye out. Have a great rest of your day. And Hellbiz, guys, would be the other one, along with Novavax. Also, I did not mention Cassava Science, but I am watching Sava because it's at that point where I expect it to start rebounding to the upside soon. So, you know, I'm not sure today's the day, but that is in the back of my mind and is also on my radar. All right, guys, take care. Have a fabulous